Anthony Albanese will mount one last push to the finish line to woo and win over undecided voters. Jonathan Lee, do you know what the day holds?
I can tell you the day, Tim, starts with a bit of a surprise. We're so early, in fact, we've been told we can go get a coffee. It's not normally what you expect when you're heading out to pre-polling, but Anthony Albanese is on his way to Higgins. It's the nation's, or the coalition's, 8th most marginal seat. It's roughly 3.7%. It's held by Katie Allen, and that's significant because you can always work out what a leader or a party is trying to achieve by where they go. If they're going to a coalition seat and not trying to protect their own, it is all about attack, which makes complete sense for the Labor Party at the moment. They need to pick up 7 seats if they're to form government, majority government in their own right. We've traversed the nation. Yesterday, Anthony Albanese did 4 coalition seats, again, all marginal, as he went from South Australia, Sturt, Boothby, down to Tasmania, the marginal, the ultra-marginal seat of Bass, and then eventually up into Melbourne. So he spoke with some frontline workers last night. This is what he had to say, the seat of Chisholm.
Thank you for what you do, and particularly thank you for what you did during the pandemic. I know that you kept the show running, so thank you so much.
Anthony Albanese has made very clear that he has a long list of promises and what he wants to deliver.
What I will deliver is what I'm saying we'll deliver. Cheaper childcare, cheaper energy bills, a future made in Australia, end the climate wars, a national anti-corruption commission, and move forward with a constitutional recognition of First Nations people with a voice to Parliament.
Tim, we'll be getting back on the bus soon, but Anthony Albanese has also been on breakfast television this morning. He's making very clear what he stands for and what he wants to achieve.
The problems with what happened last time was that the government didn't really have an agenda for this term, and I think that's shown. And I don't think they've put forward an agenda for the next term. We do have plans to deal with climate change and cheaper childcare and make more things here and more secure work and a national anti-corruption commission. And I want the opportunity to put that into place.
Tim, before I leave you, there's a couple of statistics I wouldn't mind pointing out. Right now, the opposition has to protect 13 seats on a margin of 3% or less. That's even before they start trying to pick up the 7 that they need. If Anthony Albanese is to win government and become Prime Minister, you need to look at what he's also overcome. His satisfaction versus his dissatisfaction rating in the latest news poll actually shows the voters are more dissatisfied with him than actually satisfied. His percentage has improved, but it's still 41 and 46, which means 41% of those polled are satisfied, 46% unsatisfied, and of course there's some in between. But he's more popular than Scott Morrison, but it means that if he takes office, it is an enormously difficult position for him to start with or start from, because Prime Ministers inevitably become more unpopular. So some work ahead of him, even if he becomes PM.
Yeah, absolutely. But there's a bit of the gut feel angle as well, isn't there? Like when you look at the last election and you look at Bill Shorten in contrast to Anthony Albanese, and the feel is that people like Anthony Albanese more than they liked Bill Shorten.
Yeah, I think you might be right in that regard. There's a level of uncertainty around Anthony Albanese too, so people might be willing to give him a shot the way they gave Scott Morrison a shot. But what a lot of people have said to me, as I've asked them who they think will win, a lot of men have said they think Scott Morrison, but they've conceded that their wives don't like the Prime Minister and will be more likely to vote for Anthony Albanese. That will be a major determining factor in how he goes today and getting him across the line.
And Jonathan, we're hearing a lot of people saying that it's the campaign's been more about personality than politics. What are you thinking?
Absolutely. It's very hard to name what the crucial platforms and policies are of either team. There is no great reform agenda when we look at what we have structurally at the moment. We have a country which is spending more than we're actually collecting in taxes, and neither party wants to address that issue. They just are desperately hoping that voters will perceive that they're the better leader and they can be trusted If that's true, well, that will be borne out. But there's no great reform agenda at the moment. We've got a presidential campaign. We're in effect voting on who is the preferred leader rather than what is the preferred party and what they're trying to achieve for the nation.
Yeah, we'll go and grab that coffee and we'll chat to you again later. Thanks, Jonathan.